How to bring in leads for your plumbing company, proven strategies that work. Give me a few minutes. My name's Nolan Walker, Plumbing Webmasters and DataPins. I'm going to show you exactly how you can get more organic leads for your plumbing company. If you don't know me, again, I've done this for 16 years out of Fort Worth, Texas with a team. I'm a contractor now. I was a contractor before, and all the work occurs here out of Texas. So let me get into a little bit about how to start up. So one of the obvious things, you want to show up on Google. You know, there was a bit of a battle there for who was going to get the most eyeballs. ChatGPT had the launch off first, but it's still about 85% Google. But of course, I want to get you on AI search as well. But if you're not up there, it is where most people are going. You know, people are not doing the same as they used to with referrals and other stuff. People live out of their homes and they search. So you've got to get up there. As far as showing up there high, if you're not up pretty high, you can be number 8. You can be down there and you might not get a call, you know, down there too far. And in an ideal world, I really want to see you up there for hundreds and hundreds of keywords. So as far, I'm going to get back to that on what to do, but I want to go over some other stuff. I've done this for so long. You know, you can get a little bit by having a wrapped vehicle, by getting a referral from a client, by putting out a sign or doing some other things like that. But it's really mainly going to be digital. It's going to how you're going to get the lowest ROI lead. All the other little things would help, but probably wouldn't be enough to grow the company, as you know. Run around a truck and having that lost in a sea of vehicles, of 1 million vehicles, won't do it. You might get a little extra spread in a certain zip code, like where your home or office is located. So, you know, guys, how do you get up in ranking? I'm going to give you some thought processes about it. I want to talk about what determines what gets your company up in ranking, and I want to talk about macro items, because I think a lot of people are still lost in talking about SEO for plumbing companies. And SEO is correct, yes, but the Google algorithm has changed rapidly and a lot, so is AI. And when they look at your brand, they look at a digital brand and any signal that it sends. And I've talked about this a lot before if you've listened to anything that I say, but if you're just sitting there with a website up and you get a few reviews, it's just not good enough anymore. There are macro movements that need to be participated in. Google, the website is critical. I mean, it is critical that it be a good user experience, that it doesn't violate Google Webmaster guidelines, that it grows with good content, not blogs, not city pages, not trash content, but it could grow with a data pin, which I'll talk about in a minute. But it needs to have that on there. It needs to represent your services. I mean, if you don't have a page for, I don't know, whole house repiping, you can expect not to show up in ranking for that. They're not going to guess. And if they sent somebody to you or put your map high in ranking, they're going to have a poor user experience. And so to me, it's very basic, but I know that you don't understand it. And I think I do a good job of explaining this in plain English to you. You'll have a website that represents well, that's a good read, that's a good user experience, that has all of your services listed on a page. That is the starting point for the map to show up. But that's not all you need. And then you'll get reviews, and I do think it sucks the humanity of all this. But now there's more. You have Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. I don't think you need to go to like Snap and LinkedIn and all that kind of stuff. But if you don't have some social media, you've missed this entire thing over there. And so you start to look at things and go, okay, what's going on? Well, there's a lot of digital. Websites are still used. People go to Google. You need a good address too, by the way. I am so tired of talking to people with their BS addresses. Like, I got it verified. Okay, well, it's not a great address. They want a light industrial space, decal on the door. Address needs to show, ideally, or it's a service address. And guys, if you have a service address, you can find out by typing in your name of your company, look it online, and if it doesn't show the address on your little knowledge graph on the map, you have a service address. Probably because you're out of your house or something, but it matters. Yeah, it throttles down. It's not a death blow in a small market, but it can hurt badly in a large market. So if you're in a large market and you want to compete, that address needs to be on point. And then you need to participate in some social media. And those signals need to come through like daily forever. And that is just the way it is. And it sounds insurmountable, but we've done this stuff for eons. And with AI and software programming, we have a company called DataPins. We built it from scratch. I own it. It's not white labeled. And we built that with the first knowledge of organic optimization and SEO. So the agency combined with DataPins, and then integration of everything properly. So if you do a whole house repiping, you get to raise your hand, show geocoordinates. It looks like a red pin drop. To Google, it looks like a digital hand raise. We were here. Here's photos of the job. Here's a video of the job. Here's words about what was done. And so repiping to repiping, or clog to clog, or water heater to water heater. And the page content then grows with good user experience and good digital brand signaling. And now you can shoot the video, automatically goes to YouTube, and the words, pictures go to a Facebook post. And that takes about 60 to 90 seconds to do one. Open up your phone, tag a few photos, tag a video, write a caption. We just replaced a 50-gallon electric Rheem water heater. Pick your water heater page, put in the client's cell phone number, pin, poof, and it goes unique content to the water heater page, to your Google map, to YouTube if you did a video, to Facebook post. Now your macro items are handled. Your website's fantastic. You did 50 reviews, or you got 50 reviews, but you've done 500 data pins. They know about all 500 jobs. Does that help with map ranking, Nolan? Hell yeah, it helps with map ranking. Does the Facebook post help, even though nobody may call me from there? Yes, Google spiders that. The YouTube, AI spiders that. This is how stuff works. I've been doing this forever. I'm a contractor as well. I've done this for so long. It's such a basic thing for me to understand it and know it now, and I'm not boasting about it. I've made every mistake in the book as an entrepreneur and business owner, but I don't get marketing wrong. And it's, you know, I know you may be looking at stuff and thinking it's difficult. We provide this service and help people with it, but 99% of plumbers don't do a good job out of it. And you could do a lot of social media and have a really bad website. They're not going to show you because your website's bad. You could have a really good website and then not do any social media. Well, you've missed all these macro things and the brand signal, and somebody else did it. So most people are up there because that's the best they have to offer. I guarantee you, doing this and talking to tens of thousands of contractors over 16 years, that 99% don't do it this well as what we described here. And there are a lot of things that we'll do. So we pull in the full digital marketing agency with completely integrated software and AI and distribute the digital brand properly without violating Google Webmaster Guidelines, while producing good user experience and deserving to show up in search rankings. Crew here is out of Fort Worth, Texas. I've got a great group of people, and we pay money to stay in the States. We're not out of the country. Work here by good people. Love to be of service. Call when you're ready. I may talk to you myself. If you got questions, give us a call, reach out. I'd like to hear from you.